Oh, sorry, I slept in, guys.
We went to Tim Hortons and there were all these super rad old men with Harley Davidson hats and like Harley Davidson jackets. I like stuff like that. I like it because it makes me think of like how I want to be super kick-ass when I'm like really old. You know?
I'm gonna be pretty awesome when I'm old.
No, but I mean, like when you see like those old dudes and you're like, yeah, man, you're fucking rad forever. Like you're not like, I got to a certain age where I was like, I'm not kidding myself anymore, you know? You're like, where's your kids, man? Where's your fucking face? And yeah, we're starting the new record, and been pretty busy. Didn't get any laundry done. Just talking about how I'm 3 days deep on St. Pair. Pretty rough. Didn't shower this morning. You can't sing about grimy brutality without immersing yourself in the subject matter.
What's up? First day of recording here at Metalwork. We're doing the drums here. It's a legendary studio owned by Gil, the drummer of Triumph, Canadian legendary metal band. Come check it out.
2004, Scott and I decided to start this band. He and I had known each other for a super long time, just from like hardcore and stuff.
On a whim, Liam and I had always talked about being in bands, and then one day he was, wasn't doing a band anymore and was really serious about starting one. I was like, you know what, let's do it.
There wasn't a lot of bands like playing what we kind of thought, like what we kind of wanted to hear, I guess is the way we looked at it. I guess like the idea was like just like combining a bunch of like all of our favorite types of music, but it wasn't like specifically metalcore or hardcore or whatever. So for us, like we were looking at bands like, there's bands like Cursed and Mia More, and I mean this one, Every Time I Die, had put out like Hot Damn, but also like the Bronx had just put out like their first record. These Arms Are Snakes had just put out that This Is Meant to Hurt You EP. So I think that was like a lot of stuff that was like going on that was like really cool at the time. So Scott and I were just like, kind of coming up with all these ideas. So we were like, we'll just do it. And kind of in the same way that we've done everything, we were just like, we'll just start this band and we'll just figure it out. And I can play drums and Scott can play guitar.
From day one, Liam and I have written a lot of the songs together, and we've always kind of had that dynamic, whether it was him just kind of throwing lyrical ideas at me and me trying to play guitar riffs on top of that, or him sitting behind a drum kit.
The first song we ever wrote was Blood Pact, which like came out on the demo, and then we wrote Raging Hard, and then Shillelagh. Basically that's when like Mikey came along, and it was like he was somebody that I knew and really got along with and thought he had a good vibe. And then I had heard like those old Figure 4 demos that he was on, so I was like, okay, wicked, like this guy's rad. And I just like got him to move to Toronto like immediately.
I joined Cancer Bats in 2005. I was living in Winnipeg. 4 years later, here I am. Everybody knows that I'm not coming back to Winnipeg.
That was insane.
I love it.
Look at our take 4 notes.
Like everything.
It rules. I did some cool shit in that.
You did some
Dude,
really cool shit.
amazing stuff. But take 4, classic fucking Peters.
Eric Ratz and Kenny Long, like just like the fact that now we're on our third record, like hanging out with those dudes, and just like it's the best time. We'll basically just like make this as badass as Welcome to Jamrock.
Exactly, and then you'll fucking toast over it too.
Oh yeah.
Cancer Bats versus Solar Rosa, man. That'd be fucking insane.
And I'll be like, nine, 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 gone done wicked and rude and try this and run. You wanna get this, nothing coming back.
Yeah.
Kenny's actually younger than everyone in the band. But none of us knew that.
Only by a year. This business ages you by 5 years.
I'm really 22.
Ray Rats is even younger than me.
You look all sketchy and worn out though with your beard.
I'm kind of running the ship here. Kenny, I'm just sort of bringing along for like ethnic diversity. You know, he's a young guy, and I'm kind of like, you know, trying to show him the way of the music business and everything. So I'm kind of the boss around here. Everyone like asks me the questions and like, hey Rats, what do you think? Hey Rats, you have the final say on this. And I don't know, it's I'm kind of the boss.
I have Rats on just as like a pity credit, just so we could, you know, get his name down as a producer. He's actually learning a lot of stuff from me.
Losing his headphones last night, so he decided to duct tape them to his head.
He has a duct tape headband.
Duct tape headphones.
Was he playing that?
Perfect.
He was playing that amazing.
Yeah.
Fucking Peters.
You got another one of those
Classic
in you?
fucking Peters, man, right there.
Let's
Classic
do that
Peters.
again.
We've worked
That one
on
looks
3
good.
records now with Rats and Kenny, and I've been Classic Peter since day one, I think.
We're primarily using rides on this record, actually, which I think is
I like
a little
your
bit of
style.
a faux pas, maybe, in recording sometimes. But you know what? We're not like a...
Not when you're in the cancer bats.
Not when you're in the cancer beds.
That is ugly. That is one ugly motherfucker. Horrid.
Is that a winner?
Winning combo. Well, we'll do a couple runs.
See, that's higher, and let's see this guy here. Perfect accent.
It was hard playing so light on the cymbals. I like dropped the stick at one point. And I was like,
Yeah, you'll get used to
because
it.
I'm just trying to be like so gentle.
We got a fucking.
Be gentle, Michael. Be
obviously,
gentle.
Which
Not a
one-
gentle
Which
person.
one's that?
Mean machine, you know. We've been drinking a lot of water.
Mm-hmm.
I drank one of these today, and I think I peed it out like 3 times.
The whole thing? See, because I've been refilling yours with toilet water.
All comes from the same source, baby.
Exactly. Every time it gets down to about here, I go to the toilet, scoop it up in the old. No, I would never piss it. I'd piss in the toilet first, then.
Fill it up.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's at least like 50-50.
Yeah.
There's no dip touch.
No, oh, dude, I'd never do that to you, man. I'd never dip my rim. I'd never rim you. I love Mike Peters.
Look at these bears, bear love.
It is.
Just big man.
Big man, love.
Big man hugging.
No edits.
No edits.
This is the cover of the DVD right there.
It came up to the point where Mike's drum set was sounding really good for like kind of the slow songs, like all the big doomy stuff that was
We're
really like,
establishing shit. So
you know,
it doesn't
bringing
have to
out
be
kick
fucking
and ringing out snare. Since we have this really good drum sound, we'll just focus on all the slow songs that we use this for, and then we'll build another kit to play all the fast songs on.
that transition, Phil.
And then when we play live, we'll have like 3 or 4 different drum sets that Mike will sit down at. Yeah.
This is circle X's.
This is nerdy shit. Don't worry about that. If anyone's at home watching this and being like, fuck, I wish they had more about comping and about triggers, then you can call me. You can give me a shout and we'll talk it out.
416-928.
I'm gonna make a mix-up, a sandwich mix-up. Impromptu sandwich. I'm stealing some hummus from Scobe. I'm gonna put it on this pizza bun. Scobe will never know until he watches this. And then I take some tofurkey, because I don't eat real meat, because I'm a pussy. I'm gonna put this hot sauce on it that I got from one of the guys that is working on our record today, Dejan. Made this really wicked hot sauce himself. And it's pretty spicy, packs quite the kick. And put a little bit of that in there. You take it, you fold it in half. And it's like a taco.
One more song to do. It's a good one too. Saved probably my favorite for last.
I Actually,
We go back
It's
to
the last
studio.
song.
I guess we'll bring that shit back.
Sad.
You're sad.
last,
yeah?
last song of drums. You gotta do this 5 more times. You gotta do it all over again for the vocals, guitars, bass. We'll probably put something gay like hand claps in the songs or tambourine.
What the fuck is going on? Who authorized all this percussion?
Drums
Come by.
Definitely wasn't on there. But
How old were those shots?
I'm not sure. They're in glass too, you know. It's
Don't unplug the Neve or the.
or maybe it's plastic. It's plastic.
Don't
There's
even
probably
know.
some plastic in our system, but you know what?
Just
Probably a lot of other shit in our system too.
Yeah, what do you?
Okay, so where are we off to now?
We're on a Vespa. We're on a mix, man.
Where's Vespa?
Rexdale, Ontario. One of Toronto's oldest communities. It's a little rough these days. But you know what? Man, there's a great fucking recording studio there. And we've made all our records there. So, little piece of history. Studio! Sorry, I got everything. Don't worry.
I think the band was around for maybe a week or 2 weeks when I saw them, but it was quite intense. And, you know, for a band being relatively new, had their shit together. Doing deals sometimes with people take months and it's drawn out, but I think we both had the same idea at the same time. Let's put something together and get this out.
Hilarious barbecue ever.
Oh, there's a ton of girls. They don't even own top.
Got a finger. I think they're pretty well done. You might want to put some fucking cheese on that grill.
Okay. Happy?
Yes.
Here's a burger, Mikey. Thanks, Jay. Awesome burger.
Jay, best barbecue
Best barbecue.
Omega 3 and Omega 6. 3 and Omega 6. It's horrible. Hey,
Thanks a lot.
Jay.
Hey, Jay.
What's going on?
Jay.
Hey, Jay.
How you doing? Hey.
Hey, Jay.
You gotta play bass.
What is that? You were way cuter in my dream.
You gotta play bass.
Yeah.
Get out of here, you weirdo. Stuff started going like really, really well. We got taken out on tour with Alexis on Fire for like 3 months, which was like the biggest leg up. 2007 came around and we were all broke. Like even though those tours went really well, like we didn't have any money whatsoever. So what we decided to do was just like tour for all of 2007. We don't want to like bum out all of our friends because we're living on their couches. You know, we don't have any money to live in an apartment, so we'll just book as much tour as we can. And then we came home, and that's when we started writing Hail Destroyer. And that was just like crazy summer of like writing and touring. And then at the end of that, this is where I'm getting with my story, we finally got Jay to be in the band.
I've been into the band for a long time. I saw them play their first like show when Keep It Up was playing with Bane.
Whoa.
And in the Keep It Up set, the Bats got up and did a song. I want to say they did Shillelagh.
It was, again, kind of like the same reason why we got Mikey in the band. It's like we needed someone to really step up and be like a solid bass player. And then Jay joined the band, and that's been the best thing ever.
Jay. Suck it. You know, he was a guitar player before this, and we asked him to play bass, and he was like, yeah, I'll do it. And I knew when he was like, I'll do it, he wasn't just going to be like, whatever, it's bass, I wish I was playing guitar. You know, he was like, all right, let's dominate these 4 strings.
We didn't have Jay on the last record. This is the first time we've ever done a Cancer Bats record with a bass player.
Burleton. Yeah, I think it means like endless nightmare in Spanish or something.
Now we're in the situation where we're writing songs with a bass player, and immediately, the second we come up with a riff, we know if it's going to work with a drum beat and what it's going to sound like as a full band playing it, as opposed to just me and my guitar, you know, with Mike playing drums or something. And you hear everything as a whole, so you know whether it's bullshit or not right away.
Scott always did a really good job of playing the bass, but it was like, I guess he never really had time to think about it ahead of going into recording, because he was so concentrated on what he was doing with guitars that he wanted that bass was so secondary that I don't think he really got to have, you know, a lot of fun with it.
One of the most magnificent and glorious killers of the jungle.
The Cancer Bat.
Is the Cancer Bat.
We should get you to do a David Attenborough impression on the record. We should have it start like that.
We've all known each other for years, but for like a really long time, but we never spent that much time with each other. The only guy I probably spent that much time with was Liam, because he used to come sometimes and roadie for some of my old bands. Like when we'd go on tour, he'd come ride in the van with us and hang out. So with him, I kind of knew what was going to happen. But yeah, getting with Scott and Mike, those guys already had like this close-knit family kind of thing going on already, because they've been touring so relentlessly together for years. So yeah, me coming into it was not really nervous. I just didn't really know what to expect. But it's been a breeze. It's just like I couldn't have asked for it to go any better.
We were going to Europe, and you have to fill in those immigration cards, and Jay was like, under occupation, we all put musician.
Previous to me touring with them, I was driving a forklift, and so when it said occupation, I wrote down forklift operator.
And I was just like, this is the best. Like, to me, I was just like, this rules, because Jay is like, known him for a super long time. I think he's the best dude. He's like such like a hard-working, like, of course he's gonna put like forklift operator. Like, he's proud of that, you know?
When we were coming up to customs, they looked at my card and they said, "You're an idiot. You're a musician. You're not a forklift driver anymore."
Like, this is what you do now for a job.
Jay really brings a new dynamic to the band. Even live, like, you know, watching him live and stuff like that, he just kicks ass, man.
Scott and I really like work on the guitar and bass dynamics together. Just makes it a little more interesting, you know? You don't always have to be following along exactly with what the guitars are doing. Scott and I are like really into like really, you know, just experimenting with the guitar tones and how the bass tones sit with that, and try a lot of pedals out and stuff. Make everything sound real dirty.
Like, I want people to go running fucking scared when they hear the bass tone.
This is my distortion, one of my distortion pedals, my fuzz pedal, the Attack Goat, which is made actually here in Toronto, which is awesome because it makes it very accessible and not very expensive.
Kenny's probably the smartest guy I've ever seen use Pro Tools. He's so fast, and you know, even if you do mess up and you're like, I could do that again, he's like, nah. Sometimes he's like, nah, don't worry about it. I can make it work. He's a good. They're both great dudes. I like those guys.
I have a superstition.
About what?
About having other things plugged in when you're not using it.
Oh, okay.
Because it's going through the electronics, and if we don't want
It's killing
really,
the signal.
you know,
Like,
it's like electronics that we don't really need in the sound. I don't know. Maybe I'm
we
just-
don't need Mark Tremonti of Creed on this song.
It's also good too. We didn't bring any guest vocalists on this record. We pretty much got Jay to do all the. Well, actually, no, we did have one guest vocalist. We had the dude from MTV did some vocals with Scobie.
Johnny
on Science.
Hawkins?
Yeah, but Jay took care of most of the background parts and some of the parts to just help support Liam's vocal. So yeah, once again, amazing Jay, you rule.
Shut up and listen! Write a book of excuses! Time to wake up!
Good job, Jay.
Good job, Jay. Awesome, man.
Yeah, dude, that sounds fucking wicked.
That sounds really, really good.
I guess the answer, Mikey, is not very long.
Yeah.
Yesterday, Mikey's like, have you ever screamed in the studio before? I was like, not really. He's like, so how does your voice hold up? I was like, I have no idea.
Some people call me a nihilist. Say I don't believe in
This is probably my all-time favorite record ever. Black Sabbath's first record, their self-titled one. This actually belonged to my mom. And when I was like 7 years old, I can remember going through her record collection and picking this out and putting it on a record player and just staring at this witch and it creeping the fuck out of me. This Chet Atkins record belonged to my granddad, and he gave it to me when I was really young. And for anybody that doesn't know who Chet Atkins is, he's like probably the greatest, one of the greatest guitar players of all time. He's like finger-picking guitar players. And so he gave this to me when I was really young and was just like, you need to learn how to play like that. And for years I didn't give a shit because I was like, no, I just want to play rock and roll music. And then I got a little older and pulled it out and started listening to it, and yeah, Chet Atkins is incredible. And it's from my granddad too, so that was kind of a sentimental thing.
Are you building me? I love you. We're from Costco.
We're currently making a film.
Oh, you're making a movie?
Well, we're making a record in Rexdale. At a studio in Rexdale.
Yeah, they're in a band.
Which band?
Called Cancer Bats.
Cancer Bats? That's unusual. Who's the singers? Any singers?
He's not here. I'm the drummer.
What kind of is it?
Heavy.
Music? Heavy metal?
Yeah. You'd like it.
I like it. I really do. You ever go to karaoke clubs? Sing them
Sometimes.
inside?
Have a good day.
Me too.
That lovely woman made me a pizza.
What's this?
Buy some packing blankets. We could have a picnic on them. Could also cover up when we needed to paint or when we're moving. But we can also make guitars sound fucking bitchin'. So,
Yeah.
I mean,
The shit I do for guitars. Oh, look at Peters over there. He's asking Buddy for duct tape. There he is.
Hey, what's up, guys? Why don't you come inside and check out my house? You guys are in my house. I live in a Winnebago, and I don't know, I customized it myself. You know, couch, sofa, come chill out here. Gets a little cold in the wintertime. I mean, you know, up in Canada, so I threw a wood-burning stove in here. You know, I got my little pile of wood. Sometimes I go cut it. Left over from our Pneumonia Hawk video. This is Jerry the Beaver, and he kind of keeps watch on the place. People are kind of scared of him because he has horns. I think he's some sort of heavy metal jackalope beaver hybrid thing, but he's my buddy, and I love him a lot. This is my old tube record player. Love it. All the classics, all the time. Got a bit of records hanging out. I'm listening to a little Volume 4 right now. Ozzy, Touching. He, you know, sometimes just gets you right here. This is where I sleep. It's kind of a pull-out bed. It's comfy. You know, room for one, maybe two. Who knows? Filippo Garbanzo, FG right there. He gave this to me after a show we played in Madrid, Spain. It's kind of calming. Lets me know I can tame that inner beast.
Awesome, man.
Thank you.
did all my bass lines, and now Scott's just kind of like, he spent most of the day today just getting his tones and stuff like that, finding out which amps he's going to use, and he's going to probably do that for the next week to 2 weeks, I guess.
This is what I spend most of my time doing. More tuning than playing. It's one of those things people don't realize.
Exactly.
When you're the only guitar player in the band, you have to play every song 2, maybe 3, 4 times.
Yeah.
And
Is that why guitar takes the longest?
yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. Maybe what we should try and do is the mid-cut function, turn it more clockwise.
Is that the intensity or
So put some mids back.
The intensity.
Put
No,
some mids back.
Take some mids.
Take some mids
A
out.
little bit. When you listen to it, when you hear it, there's this ooh, like that kind of sound. It's again that I call it a woodiness, but it's almost like when when you take a fucking graphic EQ and you can hear the ooh, you hear that almost like a wah pedal. It's like this nasally kind of sound.
So far, we've heard him describe the tone as too woody, too woolly. I'm really not sure what that means. And too woofy, which I get that one, that's sure.
See, that's the thing. The rip in it to me sounds really good.
Yeah.
Like especially when you added some of that sizzle, I was like, okay, that's getting closer now. It's
So that's what I'm asking. Do we maybe trim out a little bit of like 180 or something out of the sound? Better.
That's better.
Two.
Like even just doing that take,
Yeah.
that
Felt a lot better.
that woody woofiness or whatever that I was
Yeah.
hearing, that woolliness you called it. That's probably a better thing.
Yeah.
It's a lot more subdued, and so it's the presence and the attack of the mid range is still there, but
Yeah.
it's not this blanket over everything, you know.
I also ducked a little bit of the 60 we were at.
Yeah, on the cab.
Well, no, just on the Neve on our bus.
Yeah.
Just pulled that back a bit. You know what? This beard is fucking driving me crazy, man.
But it looks great.
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe I'll keep it
I
then.
kind of like it. So, yesterday was my 28th birthday. So, yeah, we've all gone out to celebrate, and it also happened to be the last day of tracking for the record. We came to Sneaky D's to get some amazing brunch. I had the Burro Favorito, fantastic. Jay has a bib.
Got a white shirt on.
Oh, really?
Let's stay clean.
For Scotty's birthday?
Yeah. I had the Burro Favorito with no meat. Because meat's for losers.
Thanks, buddy.
What'd you have, Greg?
I had burro with me.
This is the sound. This is Scope's sound right here. That's for the lamb. There you have it, kids. That's his secret.
Right here.
Fender
See
Pro
this?
Junior.
See all these amps?
That's just for the sponsors.
Yeah, that's just for show. That's just to make endorsers happy.
Yeah.
I actually just throw a tube screamer in front of this Fender Blues Junior.
Yeah.
And,
Pro Junior.
Pro Junior, sorry. There used to be this guitar store near my house when I was a kid that me and my buddy used to bike to, and they had the Wayne's World like white Stratocaster.
Oh, that's awesome.
And it actually like on the back the bolt-on like neck plate said like Wayne stock on it, like from Wayne's World 2. I really wanted it, but I didn't buy it, thankfully.
That's badass.
You screwed up, Scope. Could have been. You could be tracking with that fucking guitar right now.
Yeah, right?
You could be dating like Tia Carrera.
I could be dating it.
I used to ride BMX, and when we were away on tour, all my friends kind of like started riding fixed gear, and they really wanted me to start, but I didn't have any money or anything like that. So they all kind of pitched in and like put this bike together for me out of like old parts and like parts that people like donated, the crank and like carbon fiber fork, and there was like an old set of wheels that they bought off somebody. And this is like an old like 80s like rally frame that my friend put together. So they basically made me this like amazing bike out of like scrap parts. It was like a total surprise to me when it came home. And I was just like, I think it's really cool. So stoked on that. And then my girlfriend bought me a brand new set of wheels for my birthday. So this is like tons of love into this bike. And it's definitely the best thing in the world. And then Maddie, my roommate's boot collection. He's got a lot of man boots and still into kid shoes. People might know him from like the video blogs, or like he's been in a lot of our music videos and stuff. And he's definitely like our best friend. But what a lot of people don't know is that he can cook. Maddie's like one of the I think best chefs in the entire world. He's definitely like opening up kind of like another side of like Toronto as like a young like amazing chef, and he's getting like tons of really cool press. So it's wicked that, I don't know, right now, like, one of my best friends is totally killing it and blowing up. And there in the background, there's Scobie's house. And Scobie lives behind his restaurant. Trish lives here, too. I shouldn't forget that. Trish is definitely the best. Buys tons of groceries. And, yeah, when we were coming home from tour, we were going to write the record. I was just like, ooh, don't have a place to live. Because I was living with my girlfriend before, and she moved to Ottawa for work. And then we just went on tour for 6 months, so I never dealt with it. And then when we were coming back to write the record, I was just like, can I stay with you guys? And originally it was just like computer and kind of like their junk room. And then Trisha was the best. And when she heard I needed a place to live, she totally like cleaned up all the stuff and like they threw away a ton of junk to make like a little corner for me. And then since then I've kind of like made it more my own. Somehow this is a straight edge band, but it looks like they're on heavy hallucinogens. Val Kilmer, who's like a street, he did a lot of wheat base of these heads all over town, and it was kind of around the same time we were doing all the like Cancer Bats wheat paste, so that's how I got to know him, because we were throwing up bats kind of around all the same spots that he was putting up Val Kilmer heads, so it was super cool. He was just like, I heard you're Val Kilmer, and he was like, yeah, okay. And I was like, I'm the guy who puts up all those bats. And he was like, oh. And he had put a Val Kilmer head over top of one of our big, like, 5-foot bats. So I was just like, what's the deal, you know? Not like real beef, but just like, kind of like, do you hate us? And he was like, no, I was just saying that, like, Val Kilmer was the original Batman. So I thought we, you know, it made sense that we were together. And I was like, that rules. These are my 2 notebooks that I basically wrote the whole record in. This is also the first record that I haven't had all of my lyrics stolen. Birthing the Giant, I had my bag stolen. I had my bag stolen twice on Birthing the Giant by 2 separate, I don't know, crackheads, I guess. And this is in 2005. That was the last time I worked a job, too. Fuck that. And then we got broken into in 2008. We had our van broken into before Hail Destroyer came out. And I mean, I finished writing the lyrics, but my bag got stolen that had my notebook in it. And so all the lyrics from Hail Destroyer got stolen as well. So these are the only 2 things of like Cancer Bats lyrics that still exist. We had like written all the songs, so I actually broke up the book into like sections. So I was like always referring back to like, I had like my own index of like, okay, you know, I know the title of this song, or I know that this song is this, so I like, you know, broke everything up. You know, just like trying to like write songs and rewrite songs and make sure everything worked. I kind of like the, I've realized the cardboard thing too is good because I never want to like say too much. I have like a piece like this, where obviously like I have too many words to like fit on one page type of thing, so then I pared it down to this. It's kind of like one of those early indications that's like, oh, maybe I don't need to say this much when the song's only 3 minutes long. No. No. This song sucks. No, that was just the old one. This is the new one. Just don't want to get mixed up on too many pieces of cardboard.
Some people use paper.
I use cardboard.
We use cardboard for everything.
Yeah, why cardboard?
We use cardboard for our set lists. We use cardboard for big calendars. I like it though. I like when we play big festivals and someone's like,
you want me to print out your...
Yeah, do you guys have printouts of your set list? And I'll hold up like a paper plate. Like, I have 3 paper plates.
Yeah.
Basically, I sang over top of all of Mike's drum tracks. So now we're going through all of those vocal takes to see if there's any decent nuggets. So in some cases we were like, this kicks ass, that had a great vibe. And in other cases we were like, this sucks so bad.
Let's let no one ever hear this ever again.
Let's re-sing the entire song in its entirety.
Re-sing the entire song in its entirety.
We should watch that.
Dude, you are over the top.
Okay. Yep. Just doing a little vocal take to a little Singing of Darkness. Alright, rats, let me know how many you need, and we're good.
We need 1,000 vocal takes.
1,000 takes? Okay, yeah, I can do 1,000 takes. Alright, here we go. Alright, take number 1. What the? Did that sound like a train? Okay, here we go. Okay, I'm not a train, I'm a man. Here we go. Did that sound like a sheep? Or a goat?
You sound like a goat! Again!
Wait. I can't read any of this. Wait, what? I think I'm naked. Wait, Kenny. Where did my clothes go? What? Again. Was that a dinosaur? What's going on?
Again!
I'm a man. Why do I sound like this? Okay.
Again!
One more. Again! What are we at? Number 900? No more takes.
Again!
Make it stop. Please, God. What is wrong with me?
Hey, Liam. Rats and Kenny need you for vocals, man.
No.
Every single line you should be able to like if the chorus is like your main point, then every other line in the song should relate back to that, and it should always be like really clear. Because when you think about it, like, I'm not going to be in every kid's room or your car or whatever being like, no, what I meant to say in this song was this, that it's about hating the system.
Compromise yourself!
Chorus. Is that cool? Okay, wicked. Let's grab a few more. Oh yeah, we're filming a DVD.
Oh, dang.
This is Joe, our accountant.
Edit. Debits must equal credits.
When you get to a certain point in your life, you need to do your taxes. I haven't done my taxes since 2004 when I moved to Toronto. And I basically used my tax return and the money I had to like live off of while we started the band. Because I was not working. But then, it all paid off. Sometimes you gotta eat garbage for 3 years or 4 years to get what you want in life. As we get older, like all of us, I think it kind of comes to like a point where you get a little bit more like kind of stuck in like what you're doing, like in a way that it's just like, okay, well, you know what, like I'm 30 at this point, or I'm gonna be 30 when this record comes out. Like, this is my life, like this is where I'm at right now. I think it's as you get like more confidence from being older and stuff like that, where you're just like, you know what, fuck that, I don't want anything to do with what you have in your life. I've gotten to this point doing whatever I've wanted.
You pay down your passions for financial gain. You're missing the point. You've forgotten your name.
And that's kind of like what I've realized a lot of the songs are about. Probably because I'm just old.
Am I an asshole or just old? When did I get so jaded?
Liam's gonna lay down all his vocals, and then I'll throw some backups on there. We'll get some gang vocals, some hand claps, some tambourine.
Figuring out what gangs we're gonna use. so we can be very efficient with our time with everyone.
Because we're probably gonna be breaking their balls, and they're gonna hate it. They're gonna be like, "Hey, we came up here for fucking beer and fun. You guys are making us work. What's this timing shit and diction? The fuck? These are gangs."
No, if anything, that's why we asked a bunch of singers. It's kind of insane.
Oh, that was the last album. That's right. Oh, sorry guys.
So we got lead singers of bands, or yeah, I guess all lead singers of bands, or really good backup singers. Chris Kronk, Wade McNeil, Angelo, and Bondi. That's it. 4 really good guys.
When I worked at the Goodfoot warehouse, we kept seeing these sketchy looking women around, and so we realized, I'm like, that girl looks like a hooker. There's got to be a rub and tug somewhere. I look next door, it's right next door.
What is going on back there?
That's how we roll. We have a rub and tug next to the recording studio. That's by Rexdale, quality area.
Then we'd see them in the paper in the Now magazine. We'd see the picture. I'd be like, I saw her in the store yesterday. It was like celebrity sightings. It was awesome. Celebrity prostitute sightings.
I get on the Gardner. Right, I'm going.
Okay, cool.
And then what else do we do? I get on the 427 North, and then I have 401 East, and then I have to keep going on the 401 East, and then I'm in Pickering.
401 East. Why would we go east? We wanted to go west. No, you want to go on the 400 north.
We would have needed to go west to get on the 400 North.
No.
And
No, it's east. We drive it every day. We take it every day.
It's 10 o'clock, which means I can be here for 20 minutes. Because at 11, I need to be back downtown recording with the stereos.
Let's hit this.
I wanted to.
Let's hit this.
Also, I'd like to talk, as long as I'm being filmed, about how Mikey has changed. And, I don't know how good the record's going to be, because I was watching this video of them in Japan the other day. There's Mikey playing the drums, sunglasses on stage.
Yeah. Which one's the auto tune? How do I turn that on?
So that's guitars.
Oh, it's on stun. It's on stun. Don't worry, auto tune.
I want to sound like you're
T-Pain.
Oh, we're all in this. Oh,
You know what I listened to the other day is that the song from the This Is Hell thing? Your voice sounds
split?
really weird, like deep. Not weird, it just doesn't sound like you. You don't agree with me on that one?
I haven't heard that. Hi.
Fuck you, bitch.
Hey, I'm just reading your lyrics out, we're all making fun of you.
We're all racist? Oh, we're all raised. Okay. I got it. Is this the song we're doing?
Great, grand, wonderful.
No. Sorry, real bad.
You had it at the beginning, it was real good. You had it.
Sorry.
We are the undead! We are the undead!
Whoop, thought we were doing it. All my songs are about hate, and all yours are about dying. Yeah, actually, a lot of the songs are about dying or not dying. It's either one or the other.
Dead wrong! Dead wrong!
Big moment. Doing the last song on the record. Skulls all the way.
This mean it's gonna be a wrap?
This means it's going to be a wrap. This means we are done.
Yeah!
Woo! Finished! Excellent.
What's your favorite song so far?
That's the worst.
My favorite song on Birthing the Giant is probably, I really like Diamond Mine a lot, but we never play it. And I think Bastard's Waltz on Hail Destroyer is my favorite song, and is probably one of my favorite songs to play too. Album 3.
What's it gonna be?
I think probably the song Ripper Dog is my favorite.
Uh-oh. There's about 5 I really like. I can't.
You have to pick one.
I have to pick one? I don't think I can.
Ripper Dog.
Ripper
Dog and Drive the Stake.
Ripper Dog, Drive the Stake, Black Metal Bicycle, Alice, Radiation. That's 5, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, there you go.
You called it. You're like, dude, you're gonna like Ripper Dog.
It's my favorite song on the record.
Yes, guy.
Every song, I think there's some serious, Hell Destroyer type songs on this record. Maybe 5 or 6 of them. We're gonna destroy in this one.
They're all good, man. I can't even pick. I don't know. I just can't pick.
What songs do you leave off?
Like we can't have like a 16-song record, you know? So I'm like, oh, this stuff's tough. Bleh. So hopefully we'll figure that out. I think we're gonna figure that out in a few days.
Well, D-Beat starting the record.
I like that.
I think that's awesome. I think Ripper Dog being second. I love that song. Ziggler being third. Yeah. Like it is pretty front loaded, eh?
Stopping Fortress last, I think, is cool.
Yep, that's great.
But then, yeah, that's where we had a lot of trouble. Like, okay, what do we do with, like, what would Adam want? And I definitely moved Alice in Dust because I'm like, I want that song earlier because I think that song's awesome.
Ultimately, it's going to be how it sounds, how it all flows together.
Yeah,
right?
that's what we were trying to think of too, like how drum endings are going into song beginnings. And going like slow song, fast song, kind of stuff like that.
I'm just going to load it into my iTunes and it'll play randomly anyway, so.
It's all numbers. We were talking about a bunch of stuff too, like having Darkness last. Yeah, these are all our lists. Many lists. And that's where the Scope plays guitar with himself.
Very nice.
Writing solos.
What band is Lemmy playing?
Motorhead.
That's right.
Yeah.
High five. That's awesome.
Yeah, Motorhead is awesome. That is classic stuff.
Would you want to be on our record? Yeah? I would love to have you on a record. I wish you were here when we were playing drums. That would have been awesome to have you play drums on a record. Because you're way better than our drummer.
Next time, I'm going to come quickly.
Yeah. This is your dad. He's being too busy.
Too busy? Is the minivan too slow?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't have pillow fights.
We have a lot of pillow fights. That's how we've been making this record.
But we don't.
No? Not at your dad's studio?
Because, everybody don't like pillow fights.
Oh, really?
Not everyone likes
Because he
them.
works with too many emo bands, I think.
Yeah.
All of those speakers are going to come blasting at you. But not too loud.
We didn't bring headphones, right?
No.
We only bring that to Cancer Bat shows, right?
It's not going to hurt me.
No, you're tough.
Yeah.
It's because you ate your banana. You're super tough because you ate your banana, right?
I'm super dust from my banana.
Oh, that's why it looks familiar.
That's why we eat bananas.
Yeah.
And did you notice? Eric wears
there's one song where you can
camouflage,
really
and so
hear
does your
that
dad.
amp really
It's like
well.
a thing that all sound guys do.
Where is
What are we doing exactly?
What happens basically is we print off a CD from like the mix, and then we come and listen to it in the van to make sure it sounds good in a shitty stereo. And our van is actually a perfect example of the shittiest stereo. So we know that, you know, at the lowest common denominator, it's still going to rule.
It barely works, the van stereo.
Well, yeah, we have to insert the CD.
We have to insert the CD maybe 15 to 20 to
That's how you do it.
1,000 times.
Oh yeah, this is Adam Mott. He's one of our many talented managers that are going to help us achieve greatness on Cancer Bats 3.
3? Come on, give him the real name.
Really?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, it's going to be called The Bear, the Mare, Scrappy and Bones. No.
Scraps and Bones.
Yeah. Bear's Mare.
Honestly, the record's going to be called Bears, Mares, Scraps, and Bones.
Like that.
It came to me last night while I was asleep, listening to Smashing Pumpkins.
So I'm the bear. Scobe's the mayor because he's the mayor of Scobe City, which is a small town in northern Ontario that Scobe's actually the mayor of. And that's why we call him the Scobe, because he's the mayor of Scobe City. But
It's a true story.
No, not at all. It came out of, well, Scott, and then I don't know, somehow it was Scooby probably, and then Scopes, and then Scobe City, population of balls. Scrappy's Scraps because he he used to eat a lot of table scraps. we called Jay J-Bone Malone. When he joined the band, he was just J-Bone, and then that quickly transformed into J-Bone Malone. There's no real reason behind the nickname, more that it just rolls off the tongue so nicely.
What do you think of the name, Adam? You can tell them if you're so.
Want to be the? Well,
it should be coming from you, not from me. I've said it 1,000 times. Every segment, I go, "This is the bass track for Cancer Bats 3, Bears, Mares, Scraps, and Bones." We're probably gonna listen to one of the tracks. This is the 4th mix for Cancer Bats 3, Bears, Mares, Scraps, and Bones.
What's the album called again?
Oh, I see what you did, Alan. That's clever.
Adam Mott is gonna be looking for a new line of work.
Sure.
Soon.
It's called Stabbed in the Neck in the Back of the Van.
Yeah. Hide the body in.
It's called Watch Your Back by the Coolies behind you.
Yeah. Why did you do that?
Well, because I don't want to go to jail.
Wait, what?
I don't think we're ever going to be one of those bands that just like blows up, you know? And I almost like don't want to be, because I think we wouldn't appreciate everything that we had to go through to like get to this point. Every tour that we do is like, it's not like, oh, well, last time you came here there was 50 people and now there's 500. It's like, last time we played there was 100 and now there's 200, and then you come back and there's like 300, and hopefully we'll come back and there's going to be 400 or 500, you know what I mean? And it's like, but you still know all those 100 people that came, and like we still tour places where there's like these kids that are still coming to every show, and they're still like kind of like growing along with us, which I think is rad.
We've been friends for years. Like I've known Liam probably 9 years now, and we met going to shows, and then same way, pretty much around the same time, I met Jay years ago. And it's funny because you always talk about, oh, we should start this band and we'll call it this funny name, and it'll be like this and it'll be wicked and kids will be moshing, but that actually happened with our band. That's the difference.